cannot believe they actually lied to us about using heat, because tell me why my hair is so much better now compared to when I wasn't using heat. I currently blow dry my hair, especially after wash day. So when I'm done applying my product and it's time to dry out the product and maybe do a hairstyle, instead of waiting for my hair to air dry completely, which can take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours, I typically blow dry the hair, and it is faster this way. Another reason I started to blow dry my hair is because my hair used to smell because of how long it took to dry. So because of all of that product that was still in the hair, I observed that there was some sort of odor that I didn't like, and I started looking for ways to eliminate this odor. And I told myself, you know what? Why don't I actually try blow drying my hair once again and actually do it right this time, or learn to do it right for my own hair? This video is all about the way that I blow dry my hair, and already you can see that my hair is in sections. These sections were done after I had washed the hair and then I applied products to the hair. So the day before this, I washed my hair. I did my shampoo, conditioning treatment, and then deep conditioning treatment. Then I applied my moisturizer, applied oil, the whole thing that I usually do after I am done with my wash day. If you guys would like a detailed breakdown of how I care for my hair after wash day, especially the things that I use, let me know. After I am done with wash day, I don't generally blow dry the same day. I like to give my hair some space to recover, and then I do the next bit of manipulation the next day, which is usually the blow drying process. And then if I need to do a hairstyle, I still won't do it that same day I blow dry. I give some more time and then do my style the next day. So it's usually over a 3-day process. First day is for washing and conditioning and then moisturizing the hair. Second day is for blow drying, and third day is for styling. You won't believe that it has been over 24 hours since I washed and moisturized my hair, and the hair was still damp as at this point. That's literally the entire reason I started to blow dry. So I'll take you guys through the entire routine of how I get the blow drying done. Everything that I do is to simplify the process and help me finish faster. So I'm loosening the sections one by one, applying some hair grease mixture to my scalp, and I also applied a tiny bit of the grease to the body of my hair just to boost shine and strengthen my hair strands further. Remember, my hair has just been moisturized, so if you want to ask about moisture, the hair is fine in that regard. The hair is not dry, it's not brittle, it's completely okay. So a little bit of grease to my scalp, and then I massage the scalp a little as well. Then I massage the body of the hair like this, and I comb out the section, then put it into twist like this big one that you can see here. Doing it like this means that once I begin to blow dry, I don't have to blow dry, come and loosen the sections one by one, comb through, apply the grease, twist it, and then blow dry again, and just repeat that like that. Once I am done with unraveling and then combing out and twisting all of the sections, and then I begin to blow dry, I know that all I have to do for the rest of my head is to blow dry. So from start to finish, blow dry. That way I finish quicker. Go ahead and let me know in the comments if you're somebody who likes to air dry your hair, or you do the blow dry method for completely drying out the hair. Also, let me know what difference you have observed between the two, if you have tested both of them, and which one you actually prefer. I've been blow drying my hair on and off for about a year now, and if I were to pick between air drying and blow drying, I would always go for blow drying. The only advantage of air drying is that you don't have to do all of the extra steps that blow drying involves. So with air drying, once you apply your moisturizer, you just allow your hair until it dries out completely. I still prefer blow drying because it gets the job done faster, and I can literally move on to other things. Now that I've been blow drying my hair for this long, I feel like I am more open to testing different blow drying products. I've gotten questions about the blow dryer that I use, and this particular blow dryer is one that I have gotten since it's been several years now, if not up to 5 years, and it's still going strong. It works very well, and I feel like because it's also a little older and I've had it for a while, the heat is not so severe that it fries my hair. My hair is completely fine. I don't deal with any negative effects of using heat on my hair. And yes, I use the hot air. I don't use cool air because cool air just takes way longer for the hair to dry completely as well. And the entire reason I'm blow drying my hair is so that I get it done faster. I will say though that the heat protectant that I use, remember, it's important for you to use heat protectant because you don't want your hair destroyed. Once I apply that heat protectant and then I blow dry my hair doesn't smell like it is burning. If you apply heat protectant to your hair and blow dry, you would smell whether or not the hair is burning. So if you don't use a heat protectant, it is more likely that your hair will smell like it's burning. But if you use a heat protectant and a good one, then you will most likely not have that burning smell of hair. And once I apply heat protectant and then blow dry my hair is pretty much good to go. I want you to pay attention to the method I'm using to blow dry or straighten the hair. This is called the tension method. And as you can see, I am simply holding out the section of hair and passing the blow dryer over that section multiple times. The heat from the blow dryer is going to straighten out that hair. So what makes it easier is that I had already combed out the hair as you saw in the beginning, and so when it's time to do the tension method to straighten, I don't have to comb too many times. So I just pass the blow dryer over several times, enough to straighten the hair, and once I am done and the hair is straight enough, I pass the comb a few times to remove any leftover tangles, and then I put it into rope twist. I do rope twist. I don't leave the blow dried sections out so that they don't shrink back and completely negate all of the effort I just put into blow drying. That's the part that most people usually miss. They blow dry the hair, and once they are done with, if they do sections even, they just leave that section out without twisting it, without doing any kind of knot to preserve that stretch. But I don't do that. So once I am done with each section, I put it into rope twist because rope twists are going to keep the hair stretched compared to the big twist that I did to prepare the hair for the detangling process. So remember, the big twist to separate the hair and prepare it for detangling, but rope twist after you are done with each section to preserve the stretch. And no, the rope twists are not going to make the hair curly. The only way hair is going to be curly after blow drying is if you apply some sort of curling cream, mousse, or curling product to give it a bit of curl definition. I don't do that because I don't need to. The reason I'm blow drying is simply to dry my hair and not to style it. I'm going to do a style that is going to last for a while after I am done blow drying. But yeah, that's basically it. Very, very simple process, straightforward, no hassle, and once you do it right like this, you get it done in record time without too much stress. Another question I get asked is how to do the back of the head for every scenario where you are going to be doing your hair yourself. So it's very easy. I usually say, from the back of your head, whatever part of the back of your head you're working on, turn that section to your side, the side that will make it easier to manage. So you can see I'm working on the middle portion at the back of my head, or right at the crown of my head, and I have turned the middle portion. This is the middle portion on my right, so I turn that middle portion to my right side so that it's easier to detangle, it's easier to comb, it's easier to twist. For the left side, the middle portion on that side as well, I turn it to the left. I don't turn the middle portion on the left side to the right because that distance will be too far. When it's on the left side, I turn that middle portion to the left. When it's on the right side, I turn that middle portion to the right. And when it's right at the back, like at the nape of my neck, I turn those portions to either the left or the right, whichever direction is going to make the work easier. That is it. There is really no hard thing when it comes to doing this hair. You just have to keep practicing, and for every time you practice, you are going to get better. There is no way you won't get better once you practice multiple times, and the multiple times don't even have to be back to back to back. Simply deciding that every time I want to do my hair, I'm going to space it, maybe work every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 1 week, but every time I work, I'm going to do one thing that is going to help me get better at doing the hair myself. That is it. It's really not that hard. Even if you think it is hard, the more you practice, the better you're going to get. So once I am done blow drying, I loosen all of the sections at once. When you loosen everything at once, the hair is still stretched, and you can see exactly how stretched it is. Now I'm simply going to comb out all of the hair, check for health, check if there is anything that needs to be done. And if there is nothing, I'm simply going to put the hair into 2 braids. The 2 braids are going to further keep the hair stretched in a stretched state until I am ready to do the protective style that is going to last me for longer than 1 or 2 days. And that's really it. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please go ahead and leave your comment in the section down below. I'm going to leave information that is vital in the description box. Another thing is, my 30-day hair growth workshop is currently open for registration, and you can join the July cohort now. Simply tap the first link in bio. It's going to lead you right to all of the information you need to know about the hair growth workshop. This is the workshop where I break down everything that I do to grow my hair, and this same workshop has helped hundreds upon hundreds of women grow their hair out as well from the comfort of their home. In this workshop, you're going to learn how to make your own products, the recipes and formulas I use for shampoo, conditioner, deep conditioner, leave-in conditioner, hair growth butter, hair growth oil, hair growth spray. All of these things are amazing for hair growth. You'll also learn healthy habits that are going to make your hair growth journey easier and faster, and overall is going to improve the way that you understand your hair, the way that you care for your hair, and the way that you move forward with your hair growth journey. Go ahead and tap that link in description, guys, and make sure you let me know if you have any questions. You can reach out to me via email, which I'm also going to leave in the description box, or you can simply reach out to me on Instagram. My Instagram is at Eviogban, the same name here. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to leave the video right now, and I'm going to add some music so that you guys can enjoy the rest of this process of doing this one remaining braid. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I should have said that earlier, but if you haven't given the video a thumbs up, make sure you do so. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and also turn on all notifications so you are notified whenever a new upload goes up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.